Hey there, future PhDs and current grad students. Are you in the middle of your PhD journey or just starting out? Well, I'm here to help you avoid some common mistakes that could lead to burnout and even dropout. These are the pitfalls you don't want to fall into. So let's dive in and talk about how you can stay on track and finish your PhD strong. We're going to cover everything from time management to mental health, from choosing the right research topic to planning for your future career. But before starting, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we regularly upload content on research and PhD life. First up, let's talk about time management, or as I like to call it, the black hole that can suck up all your energy and motivation. PhD students often underestimate just how much time they need to balance research, coursework, teaching if you're doing that, and, having some semblance of a life outside of academia. Trust me, I've been there. Pulling all-nighters might seem heroic in the moment, but constantly leaving tasks until the last minute leads to stress overload, missed deadlines, and a general feeling of being constantly behind. And that, my friends, is a recipe for burnout. So, how do you avoid this time management trap? Break down your goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. Instead of seeing your dissertation as this giant, insurmountable mountain, think of it as a series of manageable hills. Use tools like Trello, Asana, or even a simple to-do list. A well-organized PhD timeline, even if it's just a rough sketch, can save you from so much anxiety in the long run. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and your dissertation won't be either. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content on navigating your PhD journey. Next up, we're diving into the heart of your PhD, choosing a research topic. This, my friends, is a big one. Picking the wrong research topic is like setting off on a cross-country road trip with a faulty GPS and a flat tire. It might seem great at first, maybe even exciting, but if you lose interest halfway through, or worse, realize the research just isn't feasible, you'll struggle to stay motivated. And trust me, PhD requires a whole lot of motivation. So, how do you avoid this pitfall? Choose a topic that genuinely excites you, something that sparks your curiosity and keeps you coming back for more. But excitement alone isn't enough. You also need to be realistic. Make sure your chosen topic has research potential. Are there enough resources available? Is it a topic that's actually researchable? These are questions you need to be asking yourself early on. Most importantly, choose a topic that aligns with your long-term career goals. Mistake number 3 is a big one, and it's all about communication, or rather, a lack of it. Not communicating effectively with your supervisor is like trying to navigate a maze in the dark. You might eventually find your way out, but it's going to be a whole lot more frustrating and time-consuming than it needs to be. If you're not clear and consistent with your research updates, you might find yourself feeling lost, confused, or even working on things that aren't actually a priority. Misaligned expectations can lead to tension, misunderstandings, and a whole lot of unnecessary stress. So, how do you avoid this communication breakdown? First and foremost, set up regular meetings with your supervisor. This doesn't have to be a formal, anxiety-inducing affair. Even a quick check-in once a week can make a world of difference. Keep your supervisor in the loop. Share your progress, both the good and the bad. Don't be afraid to voice your concerns or ask for clarification when you need it. Think of your supervisor as your academic co-pilot on this PhD journey. Have you scheduled your next meeting with your supervisor? If not, take a moment to do so now. Remember, regular communication is crucial for your progress. We'd love to hear from you. Share your experiences with supervisor meetings in the comments below. Your insights could help fellow PhD students navigate their own journeys. Chapter 4. Burnout is real. Prioritizing your mental health during your PhD. Let's face it, PhDs are tough. We're talking intellectually demanding, emotionally draining, and sometimes even soul-crushing tough. But ignoring your mental health while pursuing a PhD? That's like trying to run a marathon with a sprained ankle. You might be able to push through the pain for a while, but eventually, something's got to give. Burnout, anxiety, and exhaustion are not badges of honor in the PhD world. They're serious issues that can derail your progress, and in some cases, even push you towards dropping out. So, how do you protect your mental well-being during this intense academic journey? First and foremost, give yourself permission to take breaks. Step away from your research, your computer screen, and those endless stacks of papers. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Stay active. Exercise is not just good for your physical health, it does wonders for your mental health too. Even a short walk outside can help clear your head and reduce stress. And finally, don't hesitate to reach out for help if you're feeling overwhelmed. Your mental health is just as important as your research, so make it a priority. Chapter 5. Progress over perfection. Overcoming fear of failure in academia. Perfectionism. It's the sneaky little voice in the back of your head whispering, "It's not good enough. You need to do more. You'll never be good enough." And let me tell you, that voice can be a real creativity killer, especially during a PhD. Many students fall into the trap of delaying tasks like writing or submitting papers because they're terrified of not being perfect. They revise endlessly, procrastinate endlessly, and generally drive themselves crazy in the pursuit of an unattainable standard. But here's the thing. Perfection is an illusion. It doesn't exist. And striving for it will only hold you back. Research is an iterative process. You try, you fail, you learn, you adjust, and you try again. So silence that inner critic. Embrace the messy middle, and remember, progress over perfection. Always. It's easy to get sucked into the PhD vortex, spending countless hours in the library, the lab, or hunched over your computer screen. But isolating yourself from the world is a recipe for loneliness, stress, and feeling utterly overwhelmed. Connecting with others, building a support network, is not a luxury in a PhD, it's a necessity. So, how do you break out of that academic bubble? Join study groups, attend seminars and conferences, and connect with fellow students in your department. And don't forget about the friends and family who knew you before you embarked on this PhD adventure. They might not fully understand the intricacies of your research, but they can offer a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, and a much-needed dose of perspective. Nurture those relationships. Reach out when you need help, and don't be afraid to offer support to others when they need it. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the importance of a support network during a PhD. Share your experiences and tips in the comments below. How have you built your support network during your PhD journey? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. The dissertation. The mythical beast that looms large in the minds of every PhD student. It's the culmination of years of research, writing, and countless late nights fueled by coffee and sheer determination. And one of the biggest mistakes students make? Putting off writing until the very end. They tell themselves, "I'll write it all at once when my research is done." But let's be real. That's like trying to climb Mount Everest without any training or acclimatization. Start writing early, even if it's just rough drafts, notes, or even just brainstorming ideas. Every word you write is a step closer to that PhD finish line. It's easy to get so caught up in the day-to-day grind of a PhD that you forget to think about what comes next. But trust me, graduation will be here before you know it, and you don't want to be caught off guard. Failing to plan for your future career is like setting sail without a map or a compass. You might eventually stumble upon your desired destination, but it's going to be a whole lot more challenging and unpredictable than it needs to be. So, how do you avoid this post-PhD panic? Start career planning early. Think about your skills, your interests, and your long-term goals. Attend workshops, network with professionals in your field, and consider doing internships or volunteer work to gain relevant experience. Your PhD is not just a degree, it's a stepping stone to your future career. So there you have it, the common mistakes that can lead to PhD dropout. But the good news is that they're all preventable. With the right mindset, support, and planning, you can finish your PhD successfully. Remember, the PhD journey is challenging, but it's also incredibly rewarding. Good luck, and keep pushing forward on your journey to that PhD.